G'day guys, Tim Hart here, and today I want to talk to you about how to value a commercial property. A very common question that gets asked, especially when you're starting out, and I'm just going to keep it high level. I'm not going to start going into how valuers value property and discounted cash flows and all sorts of stuff, but just to keep it really high level, there's only one formula you need to remember, and it's this one here. The value of the property is the net income divided by the yield of that property. So just to unpack that a little bit more, the net income, so this is the income of the property after all expenses. So you'll get, say maybe $100,000 in from the property, but then you've got some expenses like maintenance, outgoings, insurance, all those sort of things that might be, say, $10,000. So you'd have a net of $90,000. So it's really important that you make sure that's the net income. Some people use the gross income, which can obviously massively change the figures. And the bottom one here is the yield. So this is what sort of return are investors expecting on this type of property. Now this is going to really depend on the type of property, where it is, who the tenant is. This is really the market. What are people expecting for this type of property? So if you had a property that had a net income of $100,000 and the yield in the area was, say, 10%, then it would be 100,000 divided by 10% equals $1 million. Now, if we had the same property that had the same income of $100,000, however, maybe it was in a much nicer area, it had maybe a government tenant, maybe the yield would be, say, 5%. So it was 100,000 divided by 5, property is now worth $2 million. Okay, so it's just playing around with this formula to work out what that property is. So it's kind of, a lot of the time it's quite easy to try and work out what the net income is, and it's really just working out what is that market yield. What are investors expecting that return on that property. So I hope that helps work out what the value of a commercial property is. And if you are interested in commercial property investing, head over to activepropertygroup.com.au for more information. And as always, thanks for watching.